Stop letting these people feel like they are bigger than the program. Welcome to the second episode of Heal and Get a Bag with Temeka Ray. I'm Temeka Ray, of course. Let's jump right into this episode. People will treat you as if you are nothing, zero, the bottom of the barrel, all while knowing you are top tier, all while knowing that you have the light that they desire. But they're in their deepest, darkest moments, and they try to bring you down. And they think they bigger than the program. See, ain't nobody bigger than your program. And you might not be, and you're not bigger than nobody else's program either. But this your program. Stop letting people make you feel like they bigger than your program. This your life. Set your boundaries. Don't let these people keep playing in your face. That's why you sad. That's why you depressed. That's why you confused. You don't understand why they acting like this. Why they doing this. Why they doing that. Because you been too humble. You been too humble. The worst thing you could do, and it's honest. It's sad, but it's honest. The worst thing you could do is be too humble. I personally don't even like the definition of the word humble. Never liked it. Let me tell you what it is. The definition of humble, okay, humble means not being proud or arrogant or having low opinion of oneself. Do you have a low opinion of oneself? You're not proud of yourself. So to be humble literally means to not be proud and to have a low opinion of oneself. I've never really used the word humble. Don't like it. Don't care for the definition at all. I'm proud of myself. I love myself. I have a high opinion of myself. I have high esteem. All of the esteems for myself. But people want to make you feel like you need to be humble so they can feel better. Baby, they're not bigger than the program. They're not bigger than your program. We ain't worried about their program. We worry about your program. Pop your shit. What they say, pop your shit, twin. Do what you doing. Get your confidence back. Get your swag back. Get your motion back. Your mojo back. Get it back. Because at the end of the day, we only get one of these lives. One life to live, baby. And you're going to live your whole life being in a corner. Not want to ruffle any feathers. Not want to make nobody mad. And make nobody feel some type of way. If they feel some type of way because you're being your authentic self, then that's them. They don't have enough self-esteem for themselves to be around you. That ain't your problem. That's not your problem. That's a them problem. They need to go heal. They need to figure out why they self-esteem low. They need to figure out why when certain people come around them, they feel insecure, inferior, jealous, or envious. Especially when that person that comes around ain't did nothing to nobody except be their authentic self. That's a them problem. That's not a you problem, baby. You need to pop your shit. And I'm not saying be mean or nasty to people. Still be a kind person, but don't dumb yourself down because you don't want to ruffle the feathers. Baby, I take the feathers and shake them up out the pillowcase. You hear me? I turn the bag upside down. Who cares if you make somebody mad by just being your authentic self? That's your birthright. If they got a problem with you being your authentic self, they need to take that up with the Lord. You didn't do that. The Lord stirred you in that pot. They didn't take that up with the Lord, baby. Because ain't nothing you can do about it. And you been suppressing yourself all this time. Unhappy, miserable. Miserable because you're suppressing yourself. You're suppressing the big personality that you have to appease people that don't have the big personality. Or maybe they do have a big personality, but they are so afraid of what people are going to think. They are afraid to be their authentic selves. Or they don't know who they are. So they can't be nobody. Because they trying to figure it out. And that's okay. Because sometimes it takes a sit down in by yourself in a corner with a pen and a paper to figure out who you are. That's okay too. But that's not your problem. It's not your problem to fix them. It's not your problem to make them feel better. That's not your issue to solve. That's why you don't want to do your heart's desires. That's why you don't want to start the business. That's why you don't want to move and do the things that you want to do, because you too worried about what they gonna think. Because it's gonna make your mama uncomfortable. It's gonna make your cousin uncomfortable. It's gonna make your friend uncomfortable. Your homegirl gonna be looking at you sideways or talking about you with the other homegirl. Why do you care? Obviously, if they talking about you behind your back, baby, if your name in a group chat and you ain't in the group chat and they speaking negatively of you, do you really think them your friends? Do you really? You need to ask yourself that question seriously. I don't think so. If my name in the group chat and I ain't in the group chat and somebody talking negatively about me, they can go to hell immediately. If they supposed to be my friend, now if you a hater and my name in your group chat, I mean, it is what it is. It's fair game, because people have opinions of other people, but don't forget that somebody got an opinion about you. But the goal for everybody should be to heal and be better and do better. Some people got a lot more healing to do than others. Some people want to heal and some people don't, because some people want to be painted as perfect. They want to be looked at as perfect, and they don't do no wrong, but behind closed doors they are a demon. Yeah, that's fact. At the end of the day, stop being humble. Stop suppressing yourself. You lose yourself when you suppress yourself. You lose yourself. And sometimes when you suppress yourself, you have to work 10 times harder to gain that authenticity back. Because now you got to find it. You got to figure it out, because we're growing every day. We're learning new things every day. We're becoming new every single day. And you started suppressing yourself 10 years ago. Now in present time, you like, I want to be who I am. No, you want to be who you used to be, but it's going to be so hard because now you got to figure out who you are today. You got to figure out who you is 10 years later. Do you know what the things that you have been through, the things that you have learned, the lessons and the blessings you have received in 10 years? You don't know who you are. So it's better to not even suppress yourself. And then that way you can grow and it will flow. Grow and it will flow. Grow and it will flow. Stop letting these people make you feel like you ain't one of them ones. They might be one of them ones too, but why you worried about them? Why you worried about if they one of them ones? Focus on you. Focus on self. That's another problem. People create competition amongst each other when you should be competing with yourself. You should wake up every day and figure out how you can be better today than you were yesterday. Kim don't matter. Susie don't matter. Keisha don't matter. Whatever they got going on don't matter. What matters the most is what you got going on. And I do believe that social media has a lot to do with that, because it's so much information at one time. So many people at one time. So many different things are happening all over the world, and we have direct, immediate access to it. You see the most beautiful people in the world, different parts of the country, different states, different towns, different cities, and you start comparing to these other girls or these other dudes. They got money like this and money like that, and she move like this and move like that. Not even keeping in your mind that social media is just a moment in time, and everybody is going through something, no matter if it's small or if it's big. It's just a moment in time. And I'm not saying focus on the fact that everybody going through something. What I'm saying is, it's just a moment in time. It's just a happy moment in time. It doesn't matter. It's not even your life. Stop comparing yourself to strangers, because they know how to dress and comb their hair pretty and stuff like that. Focus on you. I'm not knocking that. That's a good thing. That's a great thing. But people spend so much time focusing on these social media people and things like that, and desiring to have what they have or do what they do or whatever, when what if they morals and principles are all messed up, and all you see is a really pretty picture or a really nice 60-second video, and they are toxic and demonic behind closed doors? And if you knew that, would you even still have respect for them? Probably not. Probably not. And I'm sure it's a lot of people on social media that are really good people, but don't worry about that. It doesn't even matter. The only thing matters is if you're doing what you need to do for yourself. If you are being the best you that you can be. If you are putting in your 100%. If not, then you got more work to do. If you're not where you want to be in life, you got work to do. You need to put your head down. If you want to start a business, you've been saying, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Well, I'm here to tell you, baby, tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow might not come until next year, because you done said it every day for 365 days, when all you got to do is pick a name and say, this my business. I picked the name. I started the social media accounts. I got some products. I got an LLC. That's all you got to do. One day at a time. I think a lot of people want everything so instantaneously. You want to say, I want to start a business. You want to start a business tomorrow, be a millionaire on Thursday. You don't want to put the work in. Got to put the work in, because if it comes too fast, it's going to go away even faster. But slow is for show, is what I have heard. Not even what I have heard, what I know. Slow is for show. at the end of the day. And another reason why you ain't started a business is because you worried about what somebody gonna say. I'm too old to start a business. They gonna be looking and all of that. I don't want them watching me, seeing what I'm doing. I don't want them laugh. All they gonna do is laugh. All they gonna do is this. All they gonna do is that. That's the problem. You too worried about what somebody else gonna be doing. Now, I'm with you on the when you getting your business together, you ain't got to tell nobody. You ain't got to put it all out there until you get it done. I mean, you complete the first steps. But you got to sell your product to somebody. You got to sell your services to somebody. You don't have to sell them. You know, my motto has always been, baby, you don't have enough cousins and friends and aunties and uncles to make you a millionaire anyway. So them are the people that you should not be focused on. But people tend to focus on the small towns that they're in and the people that they know, because that's what they know. That's what they see. When it's billions of people in the world and you worry about all the people in your small town, that's not your target audience anyway. Most of them gonna want it for free. It probably be some that's gonna support, buy your product or your service one time. And we're grateful for that, because we're grateful for everything. And then what? You don't have enough cousins and friends to make you a millionaire, so you shouldn't even worry about it. You should literally give the product to them and let them post it on social media. That's free promotion. You look at things all wrong. Change your perspective on things. Stop looking at things in a negative light just because small town drama. I know. I came from a small town, but these people don't like you. So what? The ones that don't like you, they gonna talk about you to somebody else, and then somebody else gonna come look at your page and they might want your product. Because one thing for sure, everybody don't move in a matter of just because Keisha don't like you, they not gonna like you either. Everybody don't move like that. We're grown adults. A lot of us are half of 80 years old. We half of 80. You can't tell me that you don't like Keisha and expect for me to hate Keisha. Now, I ain't trying to be Keisha BFF, but I don't hate Keisha because Keisha ain't did nothing to me. I ain't finna be her BFF, though. So stop worrying about what the naysayers. Change your perspective. Change your thought process. Change your mindset. Get some positivity going on in your life, honey. Wake up in the morning and listen to you some positive affirmations. Wake up in the morning and listen to you some positive podcasts that's going to give you the real and the truth and to help you change your mindset. What you going to keep getting if you keep thinking negative? You're going to keep getting negative. The definition of insanity is to continue to do the same thing and expect a different result. Some people are insane because they keep going through the same cycle. And I have said this many a times in my life to many different people. One of my pet peeves is to repeat the same lesson more than twice. I ain't perfect. So I might, it might get me one time. It might get me two times. It won't get me again. Because I'm not relearning the same lesson again. I'm not doing it. That's annoying to me. Small or large, it's annoying to me because I know I'm smarter than that. I'm lacking somewhere, so now I got to figure it out. Where am I lacking at? Why I keep going through this? Oh, it's because I was doing X and Y and Z. Oh, I'm finna cut that out. Don't keep repeating the same cycle. Don't keep holding on to the same woulda, shoulda, couldas and the same repetitive thoughts. Step out. Do what you need to do. And you might not want a business. A lot of people don't want a business. But you might want a different career that's going to pay you more. Everybody wants some money, huh? Everybody should want to heal. But I know that can be a touchy subject for some people, especially when the people want to act like they Mr. or Miss Perfect. They ain't got no flaws. They ain't got no issue. They ain't got no toxicity up and through them. Everybody should want to heal and get a bag. If you want to get a new career, sign up for a certification. That's the easiest way to get into a new career. Everybody don't want to be a doctor and go to college. But you can get a certification. Take you about 6 months, get you a certification, get you a new career. I know it's a lot going on in the world, but oh ye of little faith. Oh ye of little faith. See, I don't focus on what's the chaos that's going on in the world, because I know what's really going on. All of this stuff is just a distraction. I will never let it distract me, because the God I serve is bigger than Trump. Hello. The God I serve is bigger than that. He got me. He got you too. But you got to want to grow. You got to want to glow up. You got to want to get yourself together. You got to put some things down in order for him to pick you up. You might got to sit out and not go to the parties and not go to the functions for a little while. You might got to stop smoking weed for a little while and shake back. You might got to stop drinking for a while. You might can't go hang out with your homegirl, your homeboy, for a few months. It's okay. Put your head down, go to work. Ain't gonna do nothing but save you some money. Can't go out to eat this week. Ain't gonna do nothing but save you some money. Can't go buy no new outfit this week. Gotta put that money towards your certification. Gotta put that money toward learning a new skill. Gotta put that money toward learning how to do X, Y, and Z, because that's your entryway to your new career. That's gonna pay you $30 an hour. Do you see what I'm saying? It's all right. I put my head down for almost a year. I ain't talked to nobody, and I barely went to hang with my friends because I had a goal to complete. I had a goal to complete, and when I tell you I did it, I did it. I was not playing no games, but you got to be willing to sacrifice. Y'all ain't willing to sacrifice nothing. Y'all want everything to fall in your lap, and when it don't fall in your lap, when somebody don't do it for you, you mad. When you gonna do something for yourself? It's okay for people to help you. I'm not saying people can't help you, because that's why you have community. But when you gonna help yourself? You never know what blessings will come to you if you put the weed down. Get yourself together. Make yourself look presentable. You never know where the blessing might come from. Stop going out, buying you club clothes every weekend and buy you some nice pair of jeans and a cute shirt. You never know what blessing might come to you. And that might sound like ain't nobody gonna, you don't know what God got for you. That's your problem now. You, oh ye of little faith. God said the faith, all you need is the faith the size of a mustard seed. Do you know how small a mustard seed is? Bruh, you mean to tell me you ain't got that? Oh, baby, I got that times 10. You hear me? I have God on the main line quite often. Quite often. You know, the only way your life is going to get better is if you get in the driver's seat. You got to do a lot more praying, because a lot of times you only pray when you want something, when you're begging. A lot of times, this the only time you got something to say is when you're begging. Don't never call on the Lord and just say thank you. Thank you for waking me up this morning. Thank you for giving me breath in my body. Thank you for protecting me through the night. Thank you for the roof over my head, the car that I drive. Y'all don't never say that. A lot of y'all, you just, oh God, if you get me out of this situation, I won't never this, that, and the other no more. I'm telling you, I know, because I've been there. I've been there. That ain't no way to be. That ain't no way to be, girl, cause God will hear you and not answer you. You probably be rolling his eye. I be saying, girl, you ain't been stunning me. Know how y'all do? When you ain't talked to somebody in a long time. You know, girl, you ain't been stunning me. When they ain't been moving how you want them to move. When they probably been focusing on theyself, and you ain't. You been in the streets and this and that and the other. You ain't been stunning me. That's how God gonna be. That's how God be with y'all. Get on your knees and pray. If you can't pray, write it down. There's a journal on Amazon called Let Me Talk to God. I created it last year when I was in my deepest, darkest moments. I created that journal. Sell on Amazon. You ain't got to get it. You get a notepad from Dollar General or Family Dollar and write your prayers down. Whatever you think and whatever you want to say to God, you can write it down. And watch how God move, and write it every day. Write every day. Even if it's just thank you, God. Because sometimes we be so tired, we don't know what to say. I was it was a time in my life where I felt like I didn't even know how to ask God for nothing, because I didn't want to feel like I was asking for too much. But how can you ask the big God for too much? He the big God. He created the whole earth, the world, the animals, the trees. He created trees so we can have paper to write on, paper to write the prayer on. Do you hear me? Somebody that can create that. And I'm thinking I can't ask him for the little bit of stuff that I want. That's insane. I will say, now repent for your sins before you go to that man saying anything. Repent first. He gonna forgive you. He's a God of many chances. He gonna forgive you. But this time, try to do better. Each time, try to do better, because we're not perfect people. Never gonna be perfect. We always gonna fall short. But just try a little bit harder next time. That's all. Stay in contact with him. Keep him on the line. You know what I'm saying? He just want to hear from you sometimes. He just want to know that you love him. You call that man. Tell that man you love him. You won't even pay your light bill. You call that man. But you can't call on the Lord. See, if you were calling on the Lord, you'll have enough love for yourself to not be calling on that man, because you know that man don't mean you no good. He wouldn't even be in existence if you were calling on the Lord the right way. But you know, I'm not here to point fingers. We are just here to heal and get a bag. That's it. Heal and get a bag. I'm going to put the link for the Let Me Talk to God journal in the description below. And I have some other things that's coming up later. We're going to have some guests that's coming up later. And we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to episode 2. Stick with me now. Stick with me now. A lot of times I be talking and I'm talking to myself sometimes too. But stick with me. And I'll see y'all next time.